Have you ever pondered the existence of an ideal bedtime? One that might enhance your memory, safeguard your heart, and rejuvenate your energy in merely a matter of weeks? It may seem almost too straightforward, yet consider this. What if the fatigue you're experiencing lately, whether it's from tackling minor tasks or waking up feeling sluggish despite a full night's rest, isn't a sign of aging, but rather a consequence of going to bed at an inappropriate hour? For those who have crossed the threshold of 70, or for those who tend to the needs of someone in their twilight years, the insights I am about to unveil may profoundly alter your perspective on the essence of sleep. Moreover, consider how one evolves in the realm of sleep specialization after 2 decades of dedicated experience. A single, subtle shift has the power to transform one's life profoundly. I've observed older adults transform from nights filled with restlessness and fatigue to awakening rejuvenated, with a sharp mind and emotional equilibrium. They found no necessity for new medications, costly treatments, or intricate routines. They merely transformed as night fell upon them. In today's video, we will unveil the scientifically supported optimal hour for sleep. That initiative is aiding seniors nationwide in achieving improved sleep, which in turn fosters better health. For here lies the undeniable truth. The significant shifts in your body's internal clock after the age of 70 often go unmentioned. Should you persist in resisting it by retiring late, indulging in television marathons, or clinging to outdated habits, you may find yourself inviting fatigue, lapses in memory, and potentially even heart complications. However, when you grasp the intricate workings within your body and choose to collaborate with it rather than resist, a transformation occurs. In just a few moments, I will guide you through the latest findings from esteemed institutions such as Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, and Johns Hopkins regarding the aging brain, sleep hormones, and the optimal bedtime for seniors. I will also share authentic success stories from individuals in their 70s and 80s who made this singular adjustment and experienced remarkable results in just a few weeks. If you find yourself grappling with restless nights, dwindling energy, or fleeting memories, or if you aspire to embrace aging with vigor, lucidity, and tranquility, then I invite you to stay tuned. This could very well be the most pivotal health video you encounter this year. Before we embark on this journey, if you appreciate this type of information, kindly take a moment to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and activate the notification bell to ensure you never miss out on fresh insights regarding senior health and wellness. I would be delighted to read your thoughts in the comments section. Have you observed any shifts in your sleep patterns as the years have passed? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us delve into the intriguing science of sleep beyond the age of 70, uncovering how the perfect bedtime could serve as the most unexpected remedy you never realized you required. The transformation of sleep patterns after the age of 70 reveals much about the messages our bodies convey. Have you ever observed how your sleep seems to have changed lately? Perhaps you drift off during your beloved evening program, only to awaken at 2 a.m., gazing at the ceiling. Or maybe you manage to sleep for 7 or 8 hours, yet rise feeling as though you never truly found rest. If you have been experiencing this, it is important to understand this. It's not due to any misstep on your part. It's not merely a matter of age catching up with you. Your body is undergoing transformation, and your sleep is merely adapting to this evolution. After we reach the age of 70, a subtle yet profound transformation occurs within the brain. A unique form of slumber, deep sleep, begins to elude us. A crucial phase that mends our bodies, clears our thoughts, and rejuvenates our vitality. Indeed, research indicates that by the time we enter our 70s, we may experience a reduction of up to 40% in deep sleep compared to our 50s. That represents a significant transformation. It suggests that despite being in a state of slumber, your mind and body might not be receiving the essential rejuvenation they genuinely require. Consequently, numerous older adults rise each morning still burdened by fatigue, mental haze, or an emotional dullness despite having spent a complete night in bed. Yet there exists another fragment of the enigma. With the passage of time, our bodies begin to generate melatonin, the hormone that ushers in a sense of drowsiness earlier in the day. As the clock strikes 8 or perhaps 8:30, a familiar wave of drowsiness may wash over you. Yet countless individuals choose to disregard it. It is often said that the hour is too premature for slumber. They navigate through it with television, emails, snacks, or simply by routine. Yet, the reality is this: that initial fatigue is not a sign of frailty. It is profound insight. Your body's innate cadence is softly beckoning you toward repose. In moments of neglect, when we resist its embrace, the elusive nature of sleep becomes even more pronounced. One cool fall afternoon, a longtime patient of mine, Mr. Johnson, walked into my office, his demeanor marked by frustration and weariness. At the age of 70, he stood as a retired high school history teacher, possessing a keen intellect and a kind-hearted nature. He gazed at me and remarked, "Doctor, I retire at the same hour as I always do, around 11. I remain there for hours. Yet, in those fleeting moments of slumber, I find myself awakening with a weariness that surpasses the fatigue I felt before surrender into the night. What is the matter with me?" After our conversation and a series of straightforward tests, the conclusion emerged with clarity. Mr. Johnson was perfectly fine. He had not yet come to the awareness that his internal clock had shifted. His mind was generating melatonin sooner, yet his long-standing habits were causing him to stay awake far too late, well beyond the optimal time for restorative sleep. I suggested he embark on a straightforward endeavor for the upcoming 3 weeks. Retire for the night at 9:30 p.m., neither television nor late-night reading. Simply attune yourself to his physical presence. He let out a chuckle that early. A smile graced my lips. Simply give it a go. 3 weeks later, he returned to my office, radiating a transformed energy. He rose to a greater height. His eyes shimmer with newfound brightness. He uttered words that will forever linger in my memory. It feels as though a spark has reignited within my mind. He found himself sleeping more soundly, awakening with a newfound clarity, and even rekindling his morning walks, an activity that had eluded him for months. The tale of Mr. Johnson is not an uncommon one. It hardly qualifies as unusual. It unfolds as the narrative of countless older adults nationwide, striving to adhere to the rhythms of a schedule they maintained 3 decades prior, even as their bodies softly plead for a shift. Indeed, that is the reality. In your 70s, sleep takes on a new character, yet it remains intact. Your body yearns for rest, healing, and renewal. It's merely unfolding on a fresh timeline. Once you grasp the transformation of your sleep, you can start to respect it. Embrace the gentle pull of slumber and surrender to its soothing embrace. It is in that moment that true rest unfolds. Once more, the opportunity for rest that has the potential to transform your existence. The hours between 9 and 10 p.m. emerge as a sacred time for repose after the age of 70. Allow me to reveal a truth that often goes unspoken among physicians. The hour at which you retire for the night may hold equal significance to the duration of your slumber. Have you ever found yourself awake well past 10, engrossed in a show, sharing moments with family, or simply enjoying a rare moment of tranquility, only to greet the next morning with a sense of sluggishness and a lack of refreshment? You are not solitary in this experience, yet what follows might catch you off guard. Recent findings from the Mayo Clinic in 2024 indicate that older adults who regularly retire for the night between 9 and 10 o'clock saw a remarkable 45% enhancement in sleep quality. This is not merely a slight increase or a placebo effect. It represents a significant, quantifiable transformation. Deeper slumber, reduced interruptions, and a boost in morning vitality. What is the reason behind this occurrence? With the passage of time, the rhythm of our internal body clock undergoes a transformation. The hormones that govern our slumber, melatonin, aiding us in drifting into sleep, and cortisol, assisting us in rousing from it, start to manifest earlier in the evening and dawn. As you navigate your 40s and 50s, a familiar wave of sleepiness might wash over you around 10:30 or 11 p.m. However, upon entering your 70s, you may find your body gently urging you to seek rest as early as 8:30 p.m. The languid sensation that envelops you as the early evening descends. It's more than merely the passage of time. Your biology is signaling that the moment has arrived, yet countless individuals choose to overlook that prompt. We resist it. We linger through the night. We linger in anticipation of a second wind that remains elusive. and then ponder why our slumber seems fragmented. Allow me to introduce you to Mrs. Williams, a delightful 76-year-old woman who sought my help at the clinic after battling insomnia for more than 4 decades. She explored every avenue: melatonin supplements, herbal teas, noise machines, and even sleep medication. Nothing appeared to yield results. One evening, amidst the stillness of my office, she remarked, "I've been going to bed at midnight since my teenage years. I find myself uncertain about the art of retiring to bed at an earlier hour." I softly conveyed that we had come to understand her body's rhythm had shifted, and perhaps, just perhaps, all she needed was to cease her struggle against time and embrace the new cadence that life was presenting. I've softly conveyed that Weave was presenting. By 9:30 p.m. each night for 3 weeks, she consented to explore new experiences in the bedroom, and that was the moment when the enchantment unfolded. She came back, her eyes brimming with tears. I drifted into slumber for the entire night. Moreover, her daytime fatigue disappeared completely. Her spirits elevated her recollections. As the fog began to lift, clarity emerged from a single, profound shift, adding to her body and embracing the magic of the golden hour. Mrs. Williams finds herself in the company of others at our clinic. A 6-month survey involving 500 seniors, individuals who embraced this consistent 10 p.m. bedtime ritual, shared that 80% found it easier to drift off to sleep. 75% experienced fewer awakenings throughout the night. 70% reported a surge in energy, feeling alert and emotionally balanced the following morning. That is not a miracle. That embodies the essence of science and self-care. If your body is signaling for sleep earlier than it once did, heed its call and do not resist. The fatigue that settles in during those early hours is not a challenge to be overcome. It is an experience to welcome with open arms. Thank goodness that 10 p.m. is no longer considered early for many. It is absolutely flawless. If this message struck a chord with you or brought to mind someone dear to you, I encourage you to share your reflections in the comments below. Simply write the word HOPE in the comments to express your belief in the impact of small changes, and that it's always the right time to safeguard your health or assist a loved one on their path. At times, just one word has the power to illuminate the path ahead. The concealed restorative magic of slumber. 3 transformative health advantages of retiring to bed punctually. When we contemplate sleep, it frequently conjures images of repose, a pause from the hustle and bustle of existence. For those of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, sleep transcends the mere act of shutting down. It is the act of mending, the process of rejuvenation. When executed at the opportune moment, it transforms into one of the most formidable instruments for safeguarding your well-being. Let us commence with your heart, the vital force that propels all into motion. At our clinic, we have meticulously monitored the interplay between sleep habits and cardiovascular health over the years, and the findings are nothing short of remarkable. Individuals in their later years who consistently retired for the night between 9 and 10 o'clock experienced a remarkable 45% decrease in heart-related complications. Indeed, 45%. That represents a significant enhancement. That is a transformative distinction. Their blood pressure stabilized, and irregular heartbeats diminished in frequency. A significant number of individuals have successfully reduced or even eliminated their medications under the careful guidance of their cardiologists. It feels as though the body, at long last granted the grace to rest at the perfect moment, has embarked on a journey of healing from within. One patient shared with me, "I didn't recognize the weariness of my heart until it began to beat easily once more." Yet the advantages of embracing the golden hour of sleep extend far beyond the heart. Your memory, that silent and treasured aspect of your being that cradles your tales and connections, experiences a revival as well. I recall a couple, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, both gracefully navigating their mid-70s. They approached me, their brows furrowed with concern over the small details that seemed to elude them. Missed appointments, the same questions echoing back, and a persistent haze lingering even after a full night's rest. Fear gripped them, and who could possibly resist? Yet upon embracing a steadfast 9:30 p.m. bedtime, a transformation unfolded. In just 3 months, they documented a remarkable 32% enhancement in memory function, Validated through straightforward cognitive assessments, Mrs. Thompson has finally overcome the habit of neglecting her medications. Mr. Thompson resumed his morning ritual of tackling the crosswords and completed them with satisfaction. He said with a smile, "I feel as though the lights have returned upstairs. The findings of science now validate our observations. Retiring early allows your mind the opportunity to purge the toxins that gather over the course of the day. Substances associated with memory loss, deterioration of cognitive function, and the onset of Alzheimer's disease. Moreover, the exquisite alignment of proper sleep timing works wonders for your emotional well-being. Our clinic's latest findings reveal that patients adhering to a consistent sleep routine of 9 or 10 p.m. experienced a remarkable 58% decrease in anxiety and depressive symptoms. It transcends mere mood. It's about rising with tranquility, confronting the day with intention, and rediscovering your true self. During the early hours of night, your brain embarks on a profound cleansing journey. It cleanses the clamor, the tension, the accumulation, not merely from your physique, but from your very soul. It feels as though your mind is enveloped in a soothing embrace after a long day. If you are navigating life with diabetes or have concerns about your blood sugar levels, there is yet another compelling reason to contemplate a shift in your sleep routine. Individuals who retired to bed earlier exhibited more consistent overnight glucose levels. A number of individuals successfully reduced their insulin doses in a safe and gradual manner, with the guidance of their physician. Have you found yourself pondering whether a straightforward bedtime can truly have an impact? Indeed, the answer is affirmative, countless times. Indeed, sleep is far from a passive state. It is a potent remedy. When administered promptly, it mends far beyond your wildest expectations. 5 straightforward habits that can restore your sleep to its former glory. At this point, we have explored the evolution of sleep throughout our lives, and the increasing significance of timing in this intricate process. Perhaps you find yourself pondering, what additional steps can I take to enhance my body's ability to rest more soundly? Fortunately, there is no requirement for costly supplements, intricate routines, or extensive effort. Consistent, small yet meaningful habits have the power to revolutionize your evenings. Here are 5 straightforward steps that I have imparted to countless patients throughout the years, many of whom now relish the experience of deep, tranquil sleep. They believe they have been lost to time, never to return. First, cherish the golden hour, resting between 9 and 10 in the evening. Should there be a singular truth to hold on to, let it be this: your body craves an earlier slumber. The wave of tiredness that washes over you around 8:30 is not a sign of weakness. That is profound insight. Retiring for the night between 9 and 10 o'clock aligns harmoniously with your refreshed biological rhythm, the one molded by the ebb and flow of hormonal changes and the rhythms of your internal clock. By embracing that rhythm, you enable your body to sink into a deeper, more restorative slumber. It feels akin to seizing the wave at the perfect instant, allowing it to guide you into tranquility, bypassing the caffeine and indulgent dinners as night falls. Caffeine can linger in your system for as long as 6 hours. Did you know that? Your 3 o'clock p.m. coffee could very well be interfering with your sleep by 9 o'clock p.m. Numerous older patients often express astonishment upon discovering that even a modest square of chocolate in the evening or a late cup of green tea can disrupt their ability to fall asleep. Similarly, indulgent dinners, those laden with richness, grease, or excessive portions, can cause your digestion to labor unnecessarily when your body ought to be settling into a state of rest. Instead, savor your final substantial meal at least 3 hours prior to bedtime, rather than opting for a light, comforting snack. If hunger strikes, consider a few almonds or a warm cup of non-caffeinated tea, and perhaps dim the lights for a cozy atmosphere. Allow your body to recognize the moment for repose. Our forebears retired with the setting sun, and though we have moved beyond the glow of candlelight, our minds continue to react to the signals of light. The vivid blue light emitted by televisions, smartphones, and overhead LED signals to your brain to remain alert and awake. Yet, the warm amber glow envelops you, whispering to your body that it can finally release its hold. Consider dimming the harsh lights around 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the evening, opting instead for a gentle lamp that casts a warm glow. Your eyelids will gradually grow heavier, guiding you into a serene wind-down routine all on their own. A child does not transition directly from the rigors of homework to the embrace of sleep. We cleanse their tiny forms, share stories that dance in the air, and whisper a soothing lullaby. Why not extend to yourself the same compassion? Dedicate 20 to 30 minutes before sleep to engage in a soothing activity. Peruse a few pages of a book, let soft melodies wash over you, engage in gentle stretching, or simply nestle in silence with a warm blanket, allowing your thoughts to drift. Steer clear of stress-inducing elements such as the evening news, to-do lists, or weighty discussions. Now is the moment to take a breath, to step back from the screen for a brief 5 counts. This could very well be the most challenging of all, yet it stands as one of the most potent. Consider setting aside your phone, tablet, or TV remote for at least 30 to 60 minutes prior to bedtime. The glow of screens in shades of blue diminishes the production of melatonin, the hormone that ushers in the gentle embrace of sleepiness. Even the act of scrolling through social media can render your mind overstimulated and restless. Opt for tranquility. Allow the day to find its calm. Sleep, after all, is not a matter of coercion. It is an invitation we extend. Life gradually reveals that even the smallest changes can wield significant power. At times, the most profound healing emerges from a solitary change, a tender choice to heed the whispers of your body's unspoken truths. As the evening settles in, the world outside dims, I encourage you to take a moment to breathe. Resist the urge to hurry, to battle against the weariness that envelops you. Instead, embrace it as a gentle reminder from your inner self, a tender note that reassures you. Today, you have done enough. It is time to embrace rest, for at this juncture in life, slumber transcends mere endurance. It's a journey of returning to your essence, embracing your natural rhythms, and honoring the nurturing that your heart and mind truly deserve. Always keep in mind, there is no age limit to the pursuit of improvement. It is never too late to embark on the journey of healing, and there remains a precious moment, serene and significant, for your body to embrace rest, your mind to attain clarity, and your spirit to find tranquility. If this video has offered you fresh perspectives or brought to mind someone who could use a bit of assistance with their sleep, I would truly appreciate it if you could take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell, allowing us to nurture and expand this community together. And here's a unique request I would be thrilled for you to consider. If you hold the conviction that the opportunity to rest, heal, and regain strength is always within reach, share the word hope in the comments, not solely for yourself, but for someone dear to you. For in those fleeting moments, a single word can serve as a powerful reminder that solitude is but an illusion. I appreciate you taking the time to be with me. May the night envelop you in tranquility, and may the dawn welcome you with resilience. Until we meet again, rest peacefully.